Hello, everyone, and welcome back to My First Mon on JoyClicks. One of your hosts, Jack Martin, alongside Christian Buckley.
Hello there.
Yes, well, good to be back. This is episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
We're deep in it now.
The Force is awakening.
J.J. Abrams, we're coming for you.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I've never played a Pokemon game. So, Christian, you're guiding me through my Pokemon Blue experience while you're playing Pokemon Red to kind of refresh your memory.
Yes,
You've played this through like dozens of times, I'm sure.
Yes, in many different versions.
Yeah.
I haven't played the original Red that many times.
Okay.
But I'm glad that we're doing this because I've also been discovering some things. But yeah.
You do like Fire Red, perhaps?
Fire Red, I've played numerous times.
Okay.
Let's Go, I played recently. Chose Pikachu.
What's your favorite version of this game?
Of this game?
Yes.
Well, I like the original because it's very, I like the Game Boy aesthetic, and I like seeing what they did to make the best game they could with these limits. Fire Red is probably a way better version of the game because it uses the same aesthetic pretty much as the Gen 3 games, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald.
Right. Okay. So. Interesting. And what console was that on?
That was the Game Boy. The Game Boy Advance.
Ah. I had a Game Boy Advance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you never played Pokemon still?
No, I played I don't consider that I even had it because I played really dumb license games like The Incredibles and stuff like that. So.
All right.
I never
That's
really,
crazy.
Yeah,
to me,
I never used the thing.
That's wild.
Yeah. I just wasn't a handheld guy.
Did you have the original game, like the oval Game Boy Advance or the flip, the SP?
The oval. So it was like a purple.
Oh, so you had the original Game Boy Advance. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
If you like this show, you can find it on podcast services like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, any other places you can find it. YouTube,
yep.
With video.
YouTube.com/JoyClicks if you want to see us while we're talking. I have some fun graphics and fun little edits that I do for each episode.
You do some excellent editing here.
Thank you.
On this show.
I appreciate it.
Especially the Zubat cave.
Yeah, a few episodes back at this point.
Yeah, we're it's way back at this point. But yeah, let's get into it, Christian.
So we left off. Our hero, Jack Martin, Pokemon trainer Jack, was standing out on Cinnabar Island looking north.
Right. So I remember before this, I was looking south. You know, of course, if you remember, I had my striped onesie bathing suit on.
Right.
In 1910.
Yeah, you were in Fuchsia City looking south? Is that what that was?
Yes. And then I went to Cinnabar Island and I fought Blaine.
The Quizmaster.
Yeah, the Quizmaster. The fiery Quizmaster. And now I'm looking north. Perhaps with the same suit.
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it, but probably wearing the same suit. And let me give you my current party right now.
Sure.
Blastoise. He's level 43.
Nice.
Raichu is a level 35.
Okay.
Dugtrio is a level 35 as well. Let me tell you, I think those are my top 3.
Okay.
If I had to think about it.
You really dig Dugtrio.
Oh yeah. Okay. I dig Dugtrio.
I was hoping to breeze over it, but you brought it up.
Pretty good. And then Rhyhorn.
Okay.
Level 26.
Respect.
He's got strength at this point.
Smart.
Victory Bell. Level 27.
Nice.
And Flareon is level 31.
Very
so
cool.
I'm working with a lot of different types of Pokemon. I got my water. I got my electric. I have fire. I think ground is Dugtrio.
And Rhyhorn is normal but can learn ground attacks.
Okay. And Victory Bell is grass, of course.
Yes.
So I have a good little thing going.
Pretty diverse, yeah.
I give Blastoise Surf per your recommendation, and let me tell you, real good.
Yeah.
That thing is quite a good move.
Surf is great. I actually Surf is so good comparatively with the other HMs, and even with some normal moves. I have given Surf to legendaries in the past.
Wow.
And I've never blinked an eye at it because it's just that solid.
Wow.
So
very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Surf a lot. Strength is good. Rhyhorn has strength. Pretty good stuff. So I head north, and I encounter a swimmer that had a funny quote. Right now, I'm in a triathlon meet. Well, maybe, swimmer. You shouldn't be fighting Pokemon.
Hey, maybe that's part of the triathlon in this world.
Oh, maybe.
A Pokeathlon?
Maybe you gotta, get in the water, swim for a few miles, and then start
fight
fighting
someone.
people.
Because everyone else in this world is obsessed with Pokemon.
It's true.
Everything is about Pokemon.
That's a good point.
Maybe the triathlons are about Pokemon.
You think people get sick of that? Like, all this Poke madness?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
because everyone likes it.
There was something we breezed over that I never thought to ask you about. In Vermilion City, when he fought Lieutenant Surge, it says he fought in the war.
Oh my god.
And you never brought that up, and I never got to ask you about that.
Fought in the war?
Yeah.
It just said the war.
Yes, the war.
The Great Pokemon War. Oh, I don't like that. We're really getting into it, and like I like these games, but like as far as we're getting into the lore behind this, I really don't like it. Because we're using these little things to fight for us.
Man, there's some crazy
and they
stuff.
like it. Okay.
It goes some crazy places. This is a little taste.
Okay.
So the more recent games really get into like space time with the legendaries. And the way it's set up, and this is a theory that I'll buy into, is that you know how like if you have your game, I have my game, we're both playing through Red and Blue at the same time. It's like, oh, I'm the hero here. Why aren't like you're the hero in your game? I'm the hero in my game. So it's come to a point where each game cartridge is its own pocket universe.
Oh no.
Yes, that's a theory. It's not official, but like I think in Sun and Moon there was something like, oh, there's countless other universes like that are all similar to ours, where there's these Pokemon, they're doing this thing, somebody's trying to do this. So they're a little cheeky about it.
There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
In that theory.
But yeah, back to this game though, the Pokemon War, or not, I don't even know if it's referred to as the Pokemon War. Never.
Just the war.
Never touched on again.
That's it.
Lieutenant Surge fought in the war. That's the only reference to a war in this universe.
I don't like that.
But yeah.
That's interesting, though. That is actually really interesting.
Yeah.
I would love to read, like, a good tome about the Great Pokemon War. Like, who are the winners and losers?
Yeah, and, like...
Were they making Mewtwo as a weapon in the war?
Because maybe, like, this was all spawned by your question of, do people get sick of it? Maybe, after the war happened, this is, like, world peace, and it's like, hey, our biggest issue is just fighting each other with our Pokemon.
Yeah.
So maybe that's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well... a lot to think about in this episode. So yeah, I'm heading north, and I stumble upon this small little town, and I'm like, hey, this looks familiar. I'm back in Palatine.
Yeah.
Full circle. I explore in there. There's really nothing new there.
You talk to Oak?
Yeah, he gives me the same old spiel.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
You talk to your mom?
No, I didn't go back home.
No.
Did she say anything funny?
She'll heal you if you need to be healed.
Oh, that's cool.
That's it.
Is, what's the film? Oh, The Outsiders still on? No, not The Outsiders.
Stand By Me?
Stand By Me.
Probably.
Thinking of a different 1980s coming-of-age story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So you've seen the whole world now?
Pretty much. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
No, except for Saffron City.
Oh, right.
That's where I'm heading.
You've seen the perimeter of the world.
Yes.
Which is interesting because that's how you said you explore environments. You just go around the perimeter.
I was going to say that.
And then you go in the middle, and Saffron is your last destination.
Yeah, that's funny. Saffron's dead in the middle.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because that's the one that has all the connecting.
That is the intersection of 4 different cities.
Okay. Interesting. So now it's a lot easier to get around the map, I realize. You know where I go back to? Pewter City.
Very nice.
And I go back to the old museum.
I asked you to do this.
Yeah, so I looked around. I paid the 50 Pokebuck charge to get in, and I'm like, there's nothing here.
Pocket change for you at this point, right?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Throwing that around like it's
nothing.
So
much money.
And then I'm like, oh, there's nothing here. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I have the cut ability.
You do.
And I can sneak in through the back. So I do, and I talk to someone, and they give me this old amber. I've yet to do anything with it, but it's in my possession.
How cool is that?
Pretty cool.
You sneak into the back, and this guy's like, hey, nobody believes me that there's something here.
Yeah.
Like, I will live through you. Do this for me.
Yeah, take this. And then I go to the guy who, like, sells tickets. He's like, hey, you're not supposed to be back here. Whatever. That's, like, his reaction. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I go to Diglett's Cave. This is, like, the process of, like, how I get back to Celadon City.
Okay.
Maybe this is, like, not a good way of doing it. But I went to Diglett's Cave, went through there. I went right to where Snorlax was. I go to Lavender Town. I learned Payday.
Okay.
And I give it to Raichu.
Okay, that's a choice.
Instead of Growl.
Okay.
So, because
that's
I wasn't
fine.
using Growl. Payday's okay. Here and there I get some.
Yeah, I've never used Payday.
It's really not all that great. Maybe, like, if you use it a ton in battle, you get like 300.
I don't know if it stacks, but like,
Yeah.
I know in later games, if you catch a Meowth, Meowth will often know payday when you catch it.
Oh, okay.
So that's my only experience with the move. And then I'm like, oh, this sucks. And then I just throw him in a piece, or I let him go.
It's not all that great. I thought it was gonna be cool, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then eventually head back to Celadon City
Nice.
to get water. I bought water, soda pop, and lemonade because I'm like, I'm gonna come stacked. This guy needs some choices. I got it. He just took water.
Okay. It's interesting that you did that though, because in the very immediate vicinity of those vending machines, if you talk to an NPC and you give them your some items that you recently purchased, you will get a handful of TMs.
Oh,
there is a pretty good one in there.
what is it?
What's it called? I know what it is. Is it Ice Beam? I think it's Ice Beam.
Oh, very cool.
Ice Beam is good.
That's what the legendary bird I screwed up on had.
And Blastoise can learn it. If that sounds interesting to you.
It's pretty interesting.
So.
Interesting. Well, I'll have to ponder that one. So I give this gentleman some water. And he takes it. And I'm allowed to traverse through these areas now. And I go to Saffron City. Or I'm on my way to Saffron City. The shining golden land of commerce. So that's where I am right now.
Okay.
I run into everything seem a little off here. I run into someone and they say, being evil makes me feel so alive. That's not a welcoming thing to hear when you're in a new town. So I didn't really like that. So I kind of like go around. I don't really explore too many buildings, I suppose, but I go into this large building. A lot of rockets here.
Yes.
I go to an elevator in here. 11 floors. Very intimidating.
Purposely.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to. I don't even think you can go to all 11 floors.
Is that true?
Could be wrong. I didn't try it because I know I'm not supposed to.
Yeah.
Like, I went up the stairs and I went through the puzzle and I got through it. Well, again, because I knew going in, I don't think I've ever tried to go to other floors through the elevator.
Okay.
So.
How did you get through it?
Ooh, okay.
Like,
so
when you were like first learning this game, were you like,
when I was first learning this game?
Were you like, this is impossible?
I think so.
Yeah. Because like for me, like it took forever.
Yeah, it was a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
Even recently when I played through, because this is the one that has the weird spinny pads, right? Saffron?
I don't know if it's the spinny pads.
Oh, is it the teleporting?
It's a teleporting.
Teleporting, right?
Yeah.
So the teleporters is essential. I think. Well, there is a couple corners that you do spinny pads to get. Like there's a rare candy somewhere.
Yeah,
and
something.
Stuff like that.
There's probably a few in there.
So the teleporting pads is a lot of trial and error, figuring out what goes where.
Right.
Also, I will be shocked if you didn't have to look this up. To get the elevator key card,
yes,
you have to talk to someone after you fight them.
Yeah, I definitely had to look something up in this.
Okay, because I even forgot that.
Yeah.
Because I was like walking around, I was like, I've seen every corner, I've picked up every item, I don't have a key card. And I forgot you had to talk to one of your defeated enemies.
It's so weird because you don't go back to your defeated foes afterwards ever in this game, really.
Yeah, like if you do, they'll normally say like, "Oh yeah, good fight."
Yeah, and
like,
then
they'll have a line.
Yeah,
like, you defeated me, something like that.
Once you do that early on in the game, it's like there's really no point of me going back.
Yeah,
so
and
just forget to do that.
There's never been a point up until this point where something so vital is tied to discussing with a fallen Pokemon trainer.
Yeah,
so
it's a little silly, but yeah. I got it. I ran into Ash in here.
You did?
This is what he was fighting with. He had a Pidgeot. Is that how you say it?
I always say Pidgeot. I don't know if it's right or wrong.
Pidgeot, yeah. Are there any, like, correct ways of saying Pokemon names out there?
There are very correct ways to say many of the names.
Okay.
There are a handful that I have pronounced a certain way my whole life.
Yeah.
And then it's just like Kangaskhan. I've always said Kangashkan. And then I heard it out loud as the pun, and I'm like, oh, that's how it's pronounced. Okay.
Don't you love that?
Yeah.
Growing up as a kid, I can't think of a specific example, but there are so many times where I'm like, oh, that's how you say it. And it's like, nope, that's definitely not how you say it.
And like saying it out loud with like Nidorino, I have never had to say Nidorino out loud. I'm always like, oh yeah, I caught a Nidoran, or oh yeah, I finished the game with a Nidoking.
Yeah.
I never pronounced Nidorino, and that's why a few episodes back I was like, what is it? I don't know if I've ever said this word.
Yeah. I think I would have pronounced that as a Nidorino.
See, that's what, because I forget how I said it at first, but
Yeah.
it is Rhino without the H.
Right.
So like
Without the H or with the H?
Nidorino.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you had a Pidgeot,
Mm-hmm.
Gyarados,
Yes.
Growlithe,
Mm-hmm.
Alakazam,
Mm-hmm.
and a Venusaur.
Yeah.
Not much trouble here.
He had to trade with someone to get that Alakazam.
Oh, yeah, he didn't have that before, did he?
I think he had a Kadabra before. He should have.
Oh, so he traded to evolve.
Yes.
Hmm.
That is one of the Pokemon that you need to trade to evolve.
Okay. What's the lore behind that? Why are they evolving after trades?
I don't know. I don't know the lore there. I guess like what I always thought of was like they go through this emotional power or something like that when they're leaving you, that it forces them into a state of evolution. So there's a handful of Pokemon that only evolve this way. We're reaching the end of the game, so I'll just tell you who they are.
Yeah.
You don't have any in your party, I don't think. So to get Alakazam, you have to trade a Kadabra.
Okay.
There's a Pokemon called Machamp.
Yes.
You have to trade Machoke to get Machamp.
Okay.
He got 4 arms.
Yeah, I don't like Machoke. Or is it Machamp, the smaller one?
Machop.
I don't like Machop.
Yeah.
He looks weird.
He does.
He looks too much like a real person.
Right, but when you get Machoke,
Yeah.
Machoke looks like a dinosaur wrestler. Machoke is cool.
Okay.
Machamp, though,
Is that the biggest? Or
that's the biggest, and he has
okay.
4 arms.
Oh.
Machoke, though, has a champion belt around his waist.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool.
I heard recently that those are like incredibly cheap, even the WWE ones.
My friend just bought one for like a couple $100, so I don't know how cheap.
A couple $100? No, like cheap, like
Oh, the way they're built.
the way they're built, like they fall apart pretty easily.
I don't know, maybe. Maybe.
You know, because they're not very practical.
Not really.
They're
like
cool,
the plate on the front is good for like head bashing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Who else? Graveler,
Yeah.
the evolved form of Geodude.
I don't like Geodude as well.
See, yeah, I've never been hot on Geodude. Never had one in my party.
He's another weird looking fella.
Yes.
I don't like that.
When you trade a middle form, I just said his name. When you a Graveler.
Yes.
When you trade a Graveler, he'll evolve into Golem.
Gollum? Like
He-
from Lord of the Rings?
More like a wiffle ball with a turtle inside of it. kind of.
Interesting.
But he's like hunched over on his legs.
Okay.
Haunter will evolve into Gengar when you trade him.
I thought you can't catch Haunter.
You can. You can't catch a ghost. Difference there.
I see.
Not much, but there is a clear
Yeah.
shape to Haunter. The ghost is kind of just missed.
Who's the guy that I saw at the very end of the Poke Tower?
That would be a Marowak.
Ah, Marowak. Yeah.
Marowak is the evolved form of Cubone.
Right. I haven't run into a Cubone yet.
Yeah,
Or,
they're
like, that I
pretty
could
rare.
catch.
I think there was one. I think there should be one in Rock Tunnel.
They're doing some damage.
Cubone?
Yep.
Yeah.
to me.
But yeah, I think those are the notable ones you get through trade.
Okay.
But yeah, you don't have any of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any of them, pretty sure. But I defeat Ash. Little
Nice.
to no consequence. Anytime I beat him, he's always like, that was just practice. I'm like, you just lost, dude.
Also, what was he doing there?
That's a good question. Why is he-
I don't know. I don't have some crazy little nugget for you like I did with the Pokemon Tower.
Yeah, I don't
question,
know.
but
That's a good one. Why he's there.
that was real good. Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to sign up for Team Rocket.
Or, yeah, because like, what's the context there? Like, he's there and he's
Yeah.
clearly leaving, but Giovanni's still fine.
Dude, I think
Like maybe he lost and he's just running away,
it's possible.
but he healed his Pokemon on the way out.
Is
I
he
don't know.
just playing the game like I'm playing the game? Going to get all badges? It seems that way.
Do you mean like, is he, like, are you getting meta with it?
No, not meta. Not meta. Like, I'm just using that way to describe what
Okay,
he's
so like
doing.
he has the same goal as you.
Yeah. Get all the badges.
Get all the badges, be the champion.
Pokemon League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the whole point of him is that he prioritizes power over heart.
I see.
And that's why You're better.
This is like the film The Good Son. Have you ever seen this?
I haven't.
Macaulay Culkin, Elijah Wood,
Okay.
and they're 10 years old.
Okay.
It's in the 90s. Or no, they're probably like 13.
Okay.
And the mother, spoiler alert for The Good Son, has to choose between Macaulay Culkin, who's a sadistic son of hers, and her nephew, Elijah Wood. And she chooses Elijah Wood. They're both hanging off of a cliff at the end of the movie. She picks up Elijah Wood instead of her son.
So is that a prequel or a sequel to Home Alone?
That's right in between Home Alone and Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It sets up both characters pretty well.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's what Ash is like. Ash is like Macaulay Culkin in The Good Son.
Okay.
And that's the end of my essay. So I run into Giovanni here.
Hold on.
Yeah.
After you fight Ash, there's a man standing there.
Is this on the ground floor? Or is this right before Giovanni?
It's right before Giovanni.
Okay.
After you fight Ash, there's a man standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Hey, thanks. Here's a Pokemon."
Did he give me a Pokemon?
He did, if you talk to him.
What did he give me?
A gear... no, not a Gyarados. Sorry. A Lapras.
I don't remember that.
Oh, then you missed a Pokemon.
I must have missed a Pokemon.
It's a water type,
Okay.
so you're probably not going to use it, but that's the only way you can get it.
Maybe I did. And it just got thrown into the box. But
Lapras is cool. Lapras is on my team now. Lapras is my water type.
oh, cool.
I replaced... Who did I replace? Right now my team is Venusaur,
Mm-hmm.
a Raichu, Nidoking, Gloom, Lapras, and Growlithe. I think.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Growlithe is your fire type.
Yes. And they all have names. I'll put the names underneath the...
Oh, cool. Yeah, you
image.
name your Pokemon.
Yeah.
Have you always done that?
No, that was something very recent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll do that for the new one?
Probably,
Sword
yeah.
of Shield. Very
Yeah.
cool. So after this Pokemon that I missed, I got Giovanni.
You do.
And I'm like, we've already said this before, but haven't we taught you this lesson, old man? It's essentially like that.
Uh-huh.
He had a Nidorino.
No, he should have a Nidorina.
Maybe he did. No, so he had a Nidorino.
Maybe it's different for red and blue.
Yes.
Okay.
He had a Kangaskhan,
Mm-hmm.
a Rhyhorn,
Mm-hmm.
which I had, and a Nidoqueen.
Okay.
That's what he had.
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing too difficult. I haven't really faced a difficult Pokemon trainer in a while.
I think it is because your Blastoise is just insanely powerful.
Now, was that the fault of my own?
Yes.
How
But
did?
it's not necessarily a fault.
But I'm not exactly using him the whole time.
Right, but you
Did I prioritize him more than I should?
probably like 9 times out of 10 if he's at the top of your party, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I switch him in and out.
Yeah. That's good. So like most of the time though, if you throw him out, it's like a one hit with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's probably why.
I see. Now, is that a bad way to play the game?
I don't think it's bad. That's how I played it when I was first playing as a kid.
Mm-hmm. That just makes sense to me. I mean, I'm also using other Pokemon.
Yeah, like one of the first times I played Fire Red, I played through that entire game prioritizing Charmander, and I had like a level 80 something Charizard by the time I hit the Pokemon League, and everyone else was around like 50s, and Charizard just like ate everybody.
Yeah, jeez.
So
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not a bad way to play. It's not a wrong way to play. It's just
I would argue there's no wrong way to play video games.
Specifically, I'd say there's no wrong way to play Pokemon. Like, there's ways that I wouldn't play it, like
Preferences, right?
Yeah, but I like to have a balanced team. I like to give everybody their time. I like to have all my bullets in my Pokemon gun to be around the same sort of effectiveness.
I see.
So yeah, that way I'm not like constantly relying on someone. So if like, say I'm in the Pokemon League fighting, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
And my Venusaur's out there, and he's like 20 levels higher than everybody else. If he dies, and then everybody else is a little under what I'm facing, might as well just black out.
It's true.
So
I defeat him. And someone gives me a Master Ball.
Yes. What do you do with this item? First off, what do you think it is?
So I believe it's the greatest of all balls. In my head, I actually haven't checked this. Later on, I use it in the next episode. I will use it. I think I haven't checked this yet.
Okay.
Probably should have after I use it. I think you can reuse this thing.
Okay.
From your reaction, it seems like you probably can't. But I think it's like 100% you're going to catch this thing.
Yes, that is what it is.
Okay. Good.
Never fails. We'll always catch the thing.
Even if it's not damaged?
Yes.
Pokemon. So immediately start the fight, throw it, you get it. Cool.
Never fails.
Well, I use it on a good Pokemon.
We'll see.
Got that.
Nice.
And where do I go? I go to, so I defeat Giovanni, and I get out of here.
Okay.
And I go into some random house.
Okay.
And on a TV is a game with Mario wearing a bucket on his head. What game is that?
Mario wearing a bucket on his head?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah. I'm going to look this up because I was like, what game is that?
Does it like show an image or does it just describe it?
It just like, do you know how in Palatown it describes the movie? That's what this was.
Mario with a bucket on. Maybe it's like a bad translation and he's wearing a shell because sometimes Mario puts a shell over his head.
Oh.
In certain Mario games, like this, I feel like those are later though.
Interesting.
Like you kill an enemy and then you put their shell on your head and it blocks like things from falling on you and hitting your head. Mario with a bucket.
This is what I have here. Mario and Wario. You ever heard of this game?
I don't know.
Mario side-scrolling puzzle game developed by Game Freak. So it's the same people who did Pokemon, right?
Okay, that's probably it then.
For the Super Famicom. So the Super NES.
I've never heard of that. Was it only in Japan?
August 27, 1993. Was not released overseas. You're right.
Okay.
Focuses on guiding Mario, who has various objects placed atop his head by Nemesis Wario. Interesting.
Okay.
That's weird.
Put that on the Super Nintendo Switch Online service. I'm interested in that.
Mario and Wario.
Sounds weird.
Is this the first time Wario was introduced?
Wario was introduced in a Game Boy game called Mario Land. I think it was just Super Mario Land.
Huh.
Again, correction, please, if I'm wrong on that.
There's the bucket with the W.
There it is. I'll throw that up too.
Very cool. Well, that's a little fun little Easter egg, self-referential.
So that was 96?
93.
93? Okay.
Yep. August 27th, 1993.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wario was in Mario Land first.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was cool. Cool little tidbit. I didn't bother to look it up when I played it, obviously. But there it is right there.
Cool.
Mario and Wario. Wario and Mario. Okay. So I go into the gym here.
Which gym?
Good question. I go to the bigger one with the multiple gyms, but I later go to the smaller gym, the fighting dojo. Let's start there, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that first. It's quick.
Yeah. I think I just ignore everyone until the end guy that I can get.
You could ignore them?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Again, I'm ignoring a lot of people just so I can get through this. The Karate Master.
Yeah.
He had Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan.
Yes.
And I defeat him, and I have two options to get Pokemon. I could either get those two, Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I get Hitmonlee.
Any reason?
Well, Hitmonlee was kicking, and Hitmonchan was, I think, just like punching.
Yes.
I don't know. Kicking's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you know the reference they're making there? They're two fighting type Pokemon.
Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan.
Yep.
Oh,
there you go.
Very cool. Wow, I made a good choice then. I really like Bruce Lee.
Nice.
I like Jackie Chan too. Like, who am I to say?
Hitmonlee is a cooler design.
Yeah, I thought so too.
But Hitmonchan is like, I think just better stat wise. And you get you can teach him like elemental punches.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can in this game.
Right.
But later games you're able to teach him like Thunder Punch.
Oh.
And like Ice Punch.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I haven't really used him all that much.
Is he in your party or PC?
PC.
Okay.
I think that's why I'm not using all these Pokemon I pick up, because they just go to my PC and
Probably,
I forget about them.
Because, I mean, you have an attachment to your team, clearly. It hasn't changed a ton.
There's no one that I'm like, you can go now. A lot of these Pokemon are needed. Of course, Blastoise has Surf.
Right.
Raichu is just really cool. I will never take Raichu out.
Yeah, good choice.
Dugtrio is just pretty OP. I could probably take Dugtrio out, though, because Blastoise
Why,
is
though? Like, it seems like that's one of the ones you're attached to.
I like Dugtrio. Yeah, he was top 3.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Rhyhorn has Strength.
Rhyhorn does have Strength.
Can I give Strength to Dugtrio?
Probably.
Perhaps I'll do that.
Yeah.
Get rid of Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn's cool though.
Rhyhorn is cool. I like Rhyhorn. I don't think I'm gonna have a Rhyhorn in this playthrough though.
I never use him in fighting though, so maybe I could get rid of him. Victory Bell is cool, and I also have Cut. So Flareon, we'll get to Flareon in the next episode. So after that, or actually much before that, I go to the gym, and this is Sabrina's gym.
Correct.
The master of psychic Pokemon. And I get here, I'm like, I don't know what is good against psychic Pokemon. So I use Blastoise. And it seems to work okay. This is what she's got.
So
yeah.
Did you fight any of her underlings or no?
Probably a few.
Okay.
Again, I try to sneak around as much as possible.
But no problem getting through them?
No. No problem getting through her either. Kadabra, Mr. Mime, Venomoth,
Venomoth,
and Alakazam.
Yeah. No problem?
No, not really. Okay. What is good against psychic Pokemon?
It kind of depends. In this game, I'm going to say, from my personal experience, I don't know exactly what type, but special attacks usually seem to do all right.
So any special, like fire, water,
from my knowledge, yes.
Grass.
I don't know specifics for psychic in here, but I think later on down the line, like, there's some weird crossover between, like, psychic, dark, and ghost.
Oh.
All, like, some of them are effective against each other, some of them are super weak. There's a weird thing where, like, some of them I think might be all weak depending on the move. It's strange. Psychic is one that is very powerful in Gen 1.
Yeah.
Extremely powerful. Some might say overpowered.
Yeah.
But I never really ran into any instances where psychic was something I struggled with much, because I always felt like I could manage it. But by the time I got to her in this game, it was like I had a beefy enough team where like they could take hits.
Yeah.
So maybe that was it, because I feel like I remembered struggling against Sabrina when I played as a kid. Even when I played Let's Go.
Yeah.
I struggled a little bit on this gym in particular.
Okay. How do you think? Or what do you think?
I don't know. I think it is just because Psychic is pretty strong.
Yeah.
Psychic is a good type. A lot of people's favorite type is Psychic.
I don't know if I use any. Is Wigglytuff Psychic?
Wigglytuff might be able to learn a Psychic move.
Okay.
I was corrected a couple episodes back that Wigglytuff and Jigglypuff are not Psychic type, but I'm pretty sure they can learn Psychic moves.
They have the ability. Okay.
Just like Snorlax.
Yep.
I think you can teach Snorlax Psychic, but he's a normal type.
Okay, so Jigglypuff and Snorlax and like Drowsy, they're all in the same category.
Well, Drowsy.
It seems it.
Drowsy is a Psychic type.
Oh. Maybe not then.
Drowsy and its evolution of Hypno, Psychic. Abracadabra and Alakazam, Psychic, clearly. Who else did she have? Mr. Mime is a Psychic.
Mr. Mime.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got the Marsh badge.
Nice.
Level 70 Pokemon Obey. Nowhere even close to there, so I'm not worried. And she gives me TM46, which is Psywave.
Psywave, okay.
Yeah, I believe I tried to give this to Wigglytuff. I'm not sure though, because Wigglytuff wasn't in my party. But I don't think Wigglytuff could learn that.
Okay.
I'll have to double check about that. But yeah, that's what I got to.
Nice.
In this Saffron City. We're here. 7 gyms.
7 gyms.
We have 1 left.
Yes.
I think I know where it is.
Yeah.
Because I've been there before.
You have.
Yeah. Next episode's going to be pretty short.
Yeah.
Because I just go right there.
Yeah. Saffron also, it's interesting because a couple episodes back we talked about how the game gives you a branching path. Saffron is so self-contained because it's Sylph and the gym.
Yeah.
Within very short walking distance of each other.
Right.
And the puzzle of Sylphco isn't really that, it's not that difficult to wrap your head around. It's a lot of trial and error, but sometimes you might just get lucky and breeze through that thing your first try.
Yeah.
So Saffron is a strange city. The context of the 2 gyms, though. Did you talk to anybody that brought that up to you?
No one said anything to me. What's the deal?
So this is cool. I think Psychic and Fighting do have some sort of. Do you want to look that up actually?
Oh,
about typing.
I believe when I was fighting in the gym, someone said, like, the dude who's always like, hey, champ of the making. He said fighting types or normal types aren't good against psychic types.
Yeah, so I think fighting is weak to psychic because fighting is like when I was saying special attack, fighting is all just normal attack stat.
Yeah.
So it's like direct hits, and that's I think weak to psychic because the special attack overpowers the normal attack in that situation.
Yeah.
Because the special defense on fighting is low, but the defense is high normally. I think that's how it shakes out.
I believe fighting
Is weak to
is
psychic.
weak to psychic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to look up what is weak to psychic? Just to get ahead of it while we're doing this.
We can do that. What is weak to psychic?
I'm pretty sure it is just like special attacks.
Fighting poison?
Poison? Okay.
Well, psychic is super effective against fighting types. and
Right,
poison
okay.
types.
What about weaknesses?
What is it? Oh, what's psychic weak to? That's a good question.
Yeah, because that's what you asked, and I want to give you like a solid answer while we're here before you continue on your journey.
Dark,
Dark? Yeah, okay.
ghost,
Ghost? Okay.
and bug.
Okay.
These aren't introduced yet, are they? In general, maybe bug.
Ghost, I believe, is
Oh, right.
because of Ghastly and Haunter.
Yes.
They also might have Dark in this gen. I don't know when Dark was added. Dark might have been a Gen 2 thing.
So when they add these types, do they re-add them in, like, grandfather them to old Pokemon, or
Yes.
do they? Or do
Because-
they also add new Pokemon that are dark types and stuff like that?
Both.
Okay.
Because now, if you catch a Jigglypuff in Sun or Moon,
Yeah.
it would be normal fairy.
Oh, fairy type.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But the reason there's two gyms there is because the fighting gym was originally the gym for Saffron, and Sabrina showed up, whooped their butts. I'm the gym leader now.
Oh.
Get out. That's how it happened.
And then they built their smaller gym, the fighting dojo.
I guess, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's it's the first time I've seen two buildings with the word gym on it in the same place.
Yeah.
I like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that each city in this game, again, has its unique storyline. Obviously, it's a unique gym leader, but they always have a thing there.
Right.
Like, Pewter has the museum. Fuchsia has the Safari Zone.
Yeah.
Vermilion has the SSN.
Yeah.
This has Silphco and the two gyms.
I like the SSN a lot.
Yeah, that was a cool moment.
Can I find that again?
No.
Okay.
So.
What's your favorite place so far? We're in episode 7.
Right.
We've gone to 7 gyms.
My favorite city? Or my favorite place?
Yeah. Or maybe moment. That could be tied to place.
Honestly, I think Lavender Town.
Yeah, Lavender Town's really strange.
Yeah.
And I kind of like it.
I think that's why I like it.
So, you were mentioning the crazy music in there. Did you grow up with the original? I guess the original was in Japan.
Right. So I'm pretty sure the way it all shook out with Lavender Town's music was like the original release in Japan, which released before the US version, well before, had music that was supposedly making kids go crazy and hurt themselves.
Wow.
Or suffer issues.
Yeah.
So it was changed. That's like an online theory, rumor, myth thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how accurate it is. I haven't looked into it that much. But they did change the music for the Western release.
Yeah. You're caught up, right? Or are you still a little bit behind? Yeah.
I think I'm caught up, yeah.
Okay. So you went through. Well,
I already
did.
I did Sabrina before you did.
And
so
now
I've
it's
left off at Cinnabar.
Okay. Very cool.
Because we did the two different paths.
So all that's left, for gyms at least, is Viridian City.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, we'll get there next episode.
We will.
Yeah. Anything else in this episode you want to talk about?
I think that covers everything.
Yeah.
Pretty big. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening. Again, you can find this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, if you want to see our faces. Christian, where can they find you on the internet?
You can follow me on Twitter at Chris N. Buckley. I will be promoting this show, Excelsior, information about upcoming shows for the rest of the year, other content, And yeah.
Yeah. And you can follow me at Fascinated Jack on Twitter and Instagram. Again, thank you all very much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya. Cool. That's a good closing. Catch you next time.
Yeah.
Catch Pokemon.
I just thought that.